All right, Miles, let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens, fresh off an absolutely massive victory up in Foxborough against the New England Patriots. And this offense, led by Lamar Jackson, is absolutely humming through the first 3 weeks of the regular season. A lot to be excited about a Baltimore Ravens fan when you see some of these weapons led by Lamar Jackson, what they've done. But Miles, you got the specifics on a player maybe falling under the radar a little bit who's having a massive impact for the Baltimore Ravens. But before I hand it off to you to talk about that, Ravens fans, we want to hear in the comment section below, who do you think has really shown through the first 3 weeks of this season that kind of surprised you a little bit? Give us a guy that you weren't expecting a whole lot, who's come out and done a heck of a job for the Ravens for their 2-1 start. But Miles, what's the latest out of Baltimore?
Yeah, Nick. So before we get to the surprise for me offensively, who's been standing out a little bit, let's get to the obvious. Obviously, Lamar Jackson is having another MVP caliber season. He's helmed this team to the highest scoring offense in the NFL, 99 points scored so far this season, averaging 33 points a game. That is the highest in the NFL. Nick, quick, I know this is on spur of the moment. Fun fact, you know who number two is? It might surprise you.
Who's that?
The Lions
The
are the
Lions.
number
Wow.
two
Yeah.
scoring offense in the NFL, 31.7 points per game. I thought that was pretty interesting when we saw it because we've been talking about the Lions a lot lately. But Lamar has been incredible. And especially last week in particular against the Blitz, he was really good. 9 of 10 for 110 yards, 4 touchdowns versus the Blitz. Pretty incredible. They're leading the NFL in points scored. Obviously, he's the highest graded PFF quarterback. The offense is off the charts. Just the offense has been better than I have ever seen it before. So just pay the man. He needs all like 500 million guaranteed, however much he needs. We just need to keep him around Baltimore. But another guy, Nick, that people may know, he's obviously first round draft pick, so it's not like, hidden, but you may not know how good he's been doing, is that of Tyler Linderbaum, center for Baltimore out of Iowa. He has come into his own, and he has been playing phenomenally. Right now, he's the 7th highest graded center. He's got a 68.3 grade, which is pretty good for a rookie. But let me give you the stat, Nick. He has only allowed 3 pressures this season so far. No quarterback hits. All have only been hurries. So 3 pressures total, and 2 were in the first game. So since he got things figured out in that first game against Quentin Williams, he has only allowed 1 pressure the last 2 games, and he has really, really been playing incredibly well. So I'm very happy with Linderbaum. He looks like a mainstay in the center of this offensive line for years to come. But this has been, very surprising for him to come out and be so solid so early on, Nick.
Yeah, usually with these young offensive linemen, there's a little bit of a grace period. That's why you see sometimes guys that are drafted to be left tackles, maybe they play guard or right tackle their first year as they get kind of their feet wet. Linderbaum was coming into the center position and did one heck of a job. I remember week 1 against the New York Jets. I think it was a short yardage play. He checked the defensive tackle, worked up to the second level to get on a linebacker, did a great job blocking him. I don't even know if the Ravens got the first out or not, but what jumped out to me is that Linderbaum stayed on this guy, drove him down the field, and put this dude on his back. I forget the Jets linebacker, but I was like, whoa, this is like snap 5 of his NFL career. That is the level of competition and energy and toughness that you want out of an offensive lineman. That just makes me excited to see plays like that. And if you go back to his NFL.com draft profile, this is what really jumped out at me. His number 1 strength, according to NFL.com, was he loves to compete and brings it to his opponents. That kind of mentality is exactly what you need from that aggressive downhill style running game that the Ravens like to do. And we're going to start to even see more out of Linderbaum, I think, when you get J.K. Dobbins fully under speed and, they get that little bit healthier up front. I really love his mentality, and he's already bringing that grit and that toughness, right? This is just a corn-fed Midwest guy who's coming out to the NFL and doing one heck of a job for this offensive line right out of the gate.
Yeah, no, and just he's allowed everyone to do really well. Jackson's obviously playing incredibly, but there's been so many other spots. He's getting the time. He's feeding Mark Andrews, who obviously is incredible as well, the highest graded tight end in the NFL so far. But Bateman and Duvernay also look pretty solid. Dobbins just came back, so there's got to be a couple weeks for him to work up. But Zeitler, right next to Linderbaum as well, has done very well. And then defensively, I like what the team's been doing defensively. Our the D line has been very, very impressive. I really have liked Matabike's growth. He looked really good. Marcus Williams looks like a really strong safety pickup. That was a great signing as well. So there's a lot to be happy about for the Ravens going forward. And this is a team that, if the defense can keep putting it together, and they just need to be more cohesive. They pick on our weakest corners a lot, and these guys seem to get burned all the time. The linebacking core hasn't quite picked it up 100%. Guys like Queen and Owe haven't been exactly, maybe Owe is more of like a sophomore slump. But we'll see. They just need more reps. They need more action. They need to get in there a little bit more. But overall, I'm very impressed with the team. And the only loss is a very, very close loss to an extremely good Dolphins team who just went out and beat the Bills. So you can't be too down on yourself about that one. So overall, this has been an incredible team, an incredible year so far for the Ravens.
All right. No House Advantage is changing the game by offering the most dynamic fantasy sports platform available today. Play in pick'em contests versus other people for the shot at winning $150,000.
Wow.
Plus, that's in cash. It's easy. Download the app, choose a context, select your player props, and earn points for correct picks and climb the leaderboard for your shot to win big money every single day. You can also test your skills versus the house and potentially 20x your entry if you hit all of your picks. Bet on up to 5-player prop over-unders or individual player matchups across every major sports league, including NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, PGA, MMA, and of course, NASCAR.
That's right, Nick. And it's easy as just signing up today with our promo code SMI at nohouseadvantage.com, or to download their app on the App Store to get a first deposit match of up to $25. So make sure you go check out No House Advantage today and experience daily fantasy sports redefined, because it's not just how you play, but it's also where you play. You won't want to miss out on this.